Setting up your wired aoral scan 3 intraoral scanner. First, you have your scanner. Here is the tip at the end of the scanner. Now, the key aspect is this does not plug directly into your computer. Instead, it plugs into this device, which applies the appropriate amount of power necessary for the intraoral scanner without relying on the power coming out of a USB port on a computer, which is often dirty power out of the computer and can damage high-end electronic devices. So Shining uses a power inverter. Plug into here. Now you'll notice on the back of this, you have a DC in plug. This is to bring power into the device. You will have this power adapter in your kit. So you plug this into here. Now, it's important to then plug this into power. Then, take this USB-A connector and plug it into a USB 3.0 port on your computer. If your computer does not have a port that looks like this, but instead has a port that looks like this small $5 adapter will convert USB-A to USB-C. So you can plug into here and then plug this into your USB-C adapter. We like to Velcro this connection here. Now, first steps. If you've already installed your dental launcher software, double click it here. Intraoral Scan is the name of the software you will use to scan with your Shining scanner. One of the first things you want to do with a new scanner is calibrate the scanner. This is your scanner calibration block. You will find this USB cable inside your kit. You notice it has two USB-A connectors. Take one of the connectors and plug it into the back of the calibration block. Take the other end and plug it into a USB 3.0 port on the same computer as your scanner. Now, observe the calibration block shows you exactly how to plug the scanner in. You need to remove the dust cover. Then remove the dust cover from your scanner. Make yourself space to put both down in the same spot. And you can see from the picture here that you want this angle up, going up. Now you can see angle up, angle up. These are fit firmly together. Now you can start the calibration. Calibration will take a few minutes. This will be something you want to do with your scanner within every 30 days. This means that you'll get the highest accuracy for your intraoral scans. Also, you'll notice that it significantly increases the speed of your scanning. When the scanner is out of calibration, it will have a great deal of difficulty scanning. Now your calibration is complete. Carefully remove your scanner. Put its dust cover back on. Return it to your scanning cradle. Put this dust cover back on. Unplug. And you can put these cables back away in your kit for when you need them a month from now. Now for your first scan, put on your large or small scanner tip. Sign into your account. Select New Order. For a patient's first visit, just hit the plus sign and enter the patient's name. This is all the information you have to enter to create a patient. You can fill out more if you desire to. For a restoration case, simply select the tooth that you want to do a restoration on. You can clear teeth if you chose the wrong tooth. And we will start the scan. The scanner software will give you great advice as to how to use the scanner. You can choose not to show the advice again if you don't want to see it, but it gives you helpful information like the scanner tip is heating. You want to wait till the scanner tip is 100% heated. You can see up here, it will give you advice on how to scan. Its recommendations are to scan by quadrant, starting with the occlusal surface, moving to the lingual, then to the buccal, and then moving to the next quadrant. You can see here it's selected to start with the lower arch. This button can be used to start the scan or pause the scan by pressing it once. I will press it once now. After scanning an arch, pause the scan by pressing the button once. Then review your scan for any missed components by double-clicking, raising the scanner to make the eye happen. Now, in eye mode, I can rotate the scanner to see different aspects of the model. Areas I have not fully filled in with data will be marked in green. Some of these areas will be unimportant to the impression scan. I will go back through by clicking the Start button. Now I can touch up those areas. If the patient has a large gold crown, you may want to use the Metal Surfaces tab. You may find that will assist you if there is a great deal of very shiny full crowns in the mouth. You also always want to make sure that your AI is on unless you are scanning edentulous scans. We can double check the scan. And we see that we have a small part of an anterior where we could touch up the data. You will find that if you dry the teeth with air before scanning, you will almost never have to go back in and touch anything up. Scanning is complete. I double click and wave my wand to the right to go on to the next arch. At this point, if we intend to use this scan for images later on, you can paint the teeth to store them in ultra high resolution. This is only a visual aspect. You do not have to do this to affect the quality of the impression that you're sending to the lab. This is simply increase the quality of the visual of the impression. Now, to begin the bite scan. You can see here, we are first going to scan the right side bite. We will, with the scanner off, you can see that the reticle is not up on the screen, the red square or reticle. You want to insert the camera into the patient's mouth, into the buccal space. have them bite down fully, then press the scan button to start your bite scan. When both jaws come together, while the patient is still biting, press the scan button to pause it and finish that side bite scan. Now, do again on the left side. Insert the scanner into the patient's left buccal space, ask them to bite down fully and stay, then engage the scan. Once both jaws came together, I press the scan button again to stop the scan before allowing the patient to open or retracting the scanner from the mouth. You have completed your intraoral scan. At this point, you can remove the scan tip . You can press the check button to mark the scan as finished, and it'll begin optimizing the data and putting together your scan. Always return your dust cover to the scanner when you are finished scanning. This will protect the lens, keep dust off of it, and give it some protection from bumps and damage. Your scan tip should have a cotton ball placed on the mirror, then put into a bag for sterilization. Follow the sterilization instructions in your laminated sterilization instruction cards to get the most number of uses from your autoclavable scan tips. Now you can see you have your high quality digital impression. From this screen, you can view the model, you can turn off models in the view to get a better view. Rolling forward with your wheel mouse will zoom in on the model. Holding both right and left mouse buttons together and pulling down will allow you to move the model around to get views. You can also see the bite detection from the model here. Right-clicking and dragging will allow you to move the model in the space. Both mice pressed at the same time will allow a pan shift. Rolling the wheel mouse forward and backwards will allow you to zoom in and zoom out. Now at this point, you are prepared to either use this scan for a oral health conversation, at which point we would click the magnifying glass on the tooth and choose the clipboard over here for the consult report to produce an oral health report. Your oral health report will first start by analyzing the model, and the AI built into Shining's intraoral scan software will make some suggestions of symptoms should you agree with them. If you do, you can click on them and it will add them to the oral health history report with no work on your part. Here, it may suggest I have some crowding. Potentially an overbite. Apply. If you would like to draw attention to aspects of the oral health that were not mentioned in the AI, I suggest using the easy tool, Data Screenshot. First, I turn off the upper arch because I want to look at the lower arch. And I want to look at these amalgams. Potentially you're looking at a leaky amalgam. Or potentially you're just looking at a potential fracture and would like to send the patient home with some information about a suggested crown in the future. Click the Data Screenshot mode. Manipulate the model into the space and then zoom in. Everything in this box will be a part of the picture on the oral health history report. I double click. I choose what I would like to assign to it. I'm going to say Other and say Potential Fracture. Let's say instead of a screenshot of the model, you instead would like to take a picture of that part of the tooth. At which point, you put your scanner tip back on. You would select endoscope and use the scanner like an intraoral camera, with this button being your capture button. The gray button on the back will be your capture button, much like an intraoral camera. And you can also apply a note here. Now, to review your report, click Report Preview at the top right-hand corner. Your oral health report can be viewed directly on the screen. It can be exported as a PDF file. To be potentially attached to your practice management document center, or for the patient, you can hit the share button, at which point the data in the file will be uploaded to your free secure cloud, and a QR code will be presented to you. You right now can scan this QR code and see what your patients could expect to see. Your patients will get a screen like this, where the dental model will load in the center area. Your screenshots taken will be available to them, as well as your notes that you entered into the oral health report that you would like them to think on or possibly take home to discuss with family or friends. And this is a great tool for reminding people to get care that potentially they've been putting off. You can see one very interesting aspect is the ability to zoom in and view their 3D scan. Now, of course, this does not give them access to the scan data itself or the impression data. This is simply a visual tool for them to view themselves and be able to think about their own oral health. You can close out of this and go back exit the report. And now we are also ready to send this digital impression to the lab of our choice. My target lab is going to be my cloud, but you can add in your own labs. No matter who they are, they have the opportunity to freely join the Shining Cloud. And so you would be able to apply attachments such as maybe DSLR camera pictures. You could provide shade notes and send this all easily off to the lab. If, for instance, your lab does not participate in the Shining Cloud or has their own portal for you submitting impressions, click the Export button, and generally choosing the third-party export and hitting Accept will provide you with all the digital impression files that you can easily upload to your lab's website portal or email to them if that's what they prefer. The folder with the files will automatically pop up. You can simply drag these into an email to send off to your lab or upload to their secure portal if they do not want to join the free cloud. If they did join the free cloud, you simply select them and then hit send. And all will be done. It'll be sent off to the cloud, and from there they can accept the case, they can download all the digital impressions they need, as well as see any notes or attachments that you put onto the scan. Also then, from your homepage, you will see things that are sending, uploaded. They will move from uploaded to accepted once the lab accepts them. All right, this is your tutorial on how to use the AeroScan 3 intraoral scanner. I highly advise you come to Sodium Dental for this scanner. We have a full support team ready to handle any minor issues with the scanner. Not to mention we offer on-site training or remote training if a video training is not adequate for your needs.